Ashley Streicher. I'm here at Striiike Salon talking about my inspiration for Joanne Froggatt's Golden Globes look. For her look, she was wearing a beautiful new Marchesa gown that's never been seen before. For inspiration for looks, I always like to go to the runway look of whatever designer my client's wearing. Usually that goes best with whatever gown they're wearing. And for the Marchesa show, it was beautiful lived-in texture, sort of thrown back in a youthful look. Brad Goretzky and I decided that she should wear her hair back in some sort of textured, braided, modern look for her beautiful Marchesa gown. So first we prepped her with Unite Blonda shampoo and conditioner, which is great because it tones out any unwanted yellow tones in the hair to keep a beautiful blonde beige color. Next, we prepped her with a little bit of 7 seconds, combed through from about mid-lengths to the ends. Next, we used a little bit of blow and set lotion, just about that much for her whole head. Went through about mid-lengths to ends and combed through. So once her hair was completely dry, I went through about every square inch, parted through, and dusted Expanda Dust at her roots, keeping it mostly on the roots, just to give her volume, a little bit of hold. So once we've Expanda Dusted her whole root area, I just kind of went in and gave her a little bit of a scalp massage to get all of that product moving around a little bit and expanding, if you will. So I'm just gonna go through and lightly back comb the crown, because once you start braiding, you kind of can't really go back and redo how the crown looks. So you want to make sure that the hair is prepped and laying the way you want it before you start your braid. So then we're just going to create a very loose center part. So we've halved the hair. Kind of just get all the tangles out of the ends so you can have an easy braid. So you're going to start sort of just over the ear, near the temple with your braid. And I just section into 3 sections with my 2 fingers. And for this particular braid, we're doing an outside braid. So loosely just grab pieces and turn it out. So you're gonna French braid all of the hair that's just on the side until you get to the center part. So now that we're at the center, we're just gonna do regular braid. Then you're gonna put an elastic at the end, a clear, small elastic. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now that we have our nice clean braids, we need to give them a little texture and mess them up a little bit. So next, I went through and dusted the middle of my braids with Expanda Dust. Starting from the end of the braid, just sort of start pulling it apart to make a fuller braid and to give it some texture. The Expanda Dust really helps hold it and also give it a little bit more volume. Now that you have your base in there, it's good to just go in and get little flyaways and give it that texture. So here is your regular braid. Here is your textured Expanda braid. much bigger and better and textured. So then we're gonna do it to the other braid. Again, you wanna start at the end of the braid because that's where the most give will start. And then work your way up. I also actually really like the matte look that the expanded dust gives you. I think that adds to the look. So next I just take my rat tail and go through and make sure we have all the volume that we need in the crown. So next I start pinning. So take one braid and you're gonna use blonde hairpins. Just start setting it exactly where you want it and pinning it as you go. Wrapping it up around the top until a crown. And so once I get one side all the way up, I left the end out because we have to come around with this braid and cover that up. So this one will come underneath. With the pin, you just put it into the braid and then set it against the scalp. And it pins it right into place. So hide your end of your previous braid, sort of underneath your new crown braid. And then vice versa, you're gonna take the end of this braid and pin it underneath your other braid. So now we have the crown in place. So I went through with second day. I just put a little bit on my fingertips to sort of smooth out any sprouts or any unwanted frizzies. Once we have it looking exactly the way we want, which is perfectly undone, then I went through and set it all with Session Max. Then voila, you have your braided crown for Golden Globes.
Hi, my name is Kristie Streicher and I'm an eyebrow specialist, and I'm going to show you the sort of undying trend you're seeing on the carpet, which is a nice, bold, full, natural eyebrow. And my model here today has naturally full, gorgeous eyebrows, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of a tinted brow gel to make what she has on her brow a little bit more enhanced and look a little more substantial. And I'm using a product by the name of Blink Eyebrow Mousse. And the key with this product is to make sure you sort of wipe the brush off, because it tends to put a little bit too much product on the brow, which can get a little messy. So I've done that already, and I'm gonna start with the ends of her brows first. And I'm just gonna do some gentle feather strokes going up. You wanna push the eyebrows up so they can look as full as possible. And you can build upon it too. You can always add a little more product and do another coat. So you're just gently brushing the hairs upward to coat, as if you would with a mascara. So there you have it. You can see the difference from one side of her brow to the other with the tinted brow gel, and it's an easy way, sort of fast way, to thicken, richen, and darken the eyebrows that's a little less permanent than if you were to use a hair color or an eyebrow tint. And it looks nice and full and red carpet ready.
My name's Jenn Streicher. I'm Kristie and Ashley's sister. And one of the trends we've been seeing a lot on the red carpet this award season is the very minimal makeup look, and I'm here to show you how to do that. So I'm gonna start with a brown eyeliner, and I'm just gonna line the lash line of her lid all the way across. And you can do this kind of a little bit messy. It doesn't need to be perfect. So the next thing I'm gonna use is this Laura Mercier eyeshadow stick, and I'm gonna go over her entire lid and the line that we just created. And I just kinda like to dab it on, and then take my ring finger and blend them together. These eyeshadows are really great because they're very long wearing, they don't crease, and they give a nice shimmer to the lid. You just go right over the liner that we just did, and it kind of makes it a very smoky line. And I like to do a little bit on the bottom and in the corner. Smudge that out so it's nice and soft. And then I go back with the liner and kind of just give it a little bit more color. And then we'll do some lashes. This is black mascara. Then I'm gonna use a little bit of this RMS Uncover Up. It's a lightweight concealer with a wet beauty blender. Just go on underneath the eyes, just to provide a little extra coverage. And then a little blush for a pop of color on the cheeks. Go back with your beauty blender and kind of blend those together. And for the final touch, we'll do this really pretty NARS lip gloss on the lips. This was just a few quick ways to keep you red carpet ready for this award season.
So here's our finished look. This is the look I created for Joanne Froggatt's 2015 Golden Globes nomination.